If you're a fisherman, and in particular a fly fisherman, or fisher lady, you would have probably gone for the gliding fish because he's out of that mare Connemara Black. And of course Connemara Black is a wet fly pattern used in fly fishing, very well named by Clifton Stud, and they put a lot of thought into their names, as do a lot of the breeders. So well done to Peter and Jenny Blythe up at Clifton Stud. Excellently named and excellently bred. Excellently groomed too by Mongezi. And Mongezi gets 2,000 Rand from Hollywoodbets. Congratulations, Mongezi. Well done. Well done. Thank you. The pleasure is absolutely ours. Let's see where Kabelo Matsanyani is. But while we wait for Kabelo Matsanyani, let's get Mark Dixon into the mix. Come through, Mark. The team are dressed in lovely pink and white, and it's fantastic to see. Welcome back, and you would have heard me a little earlier on by your own admission. You know, things have been a little quiet, but it's hard to keep a good man down. Well done.
Well, no, thanks, Warren. Yes, it hasn't been the easiest of times, but what do? You know, keep working with what you've got and carry on. And this horse is a bit of a story. I mean, we just couldn't get him right, and he missing the break and wasn't jumping. And anyway, we got a new physio in. The Page did a magnificent job with him. Just turned him around. He looked really well today, and myself and Haley said, though, if he doesn't run well today, then you know we really will be battling. But he behaved, he jumped, and as I said to the guys this morning, we knew if he jumped, he's a massive runner, and just held on. So very rewarding, and nice to have a winner.
Absolutely, and you know it's difficult from a trainer's perspective because you start to maybe doubt yourself and those sort of things. But from what I understand, keep doing what you're doing and just keep at it, and it'll turn. And it's turned for you, Mark. You know how to train winners.
Yeah, no, look, we've got a big team, and Haley's always big into the physio and things like that. But you mustn't forget that it's always down to the owners as well. You know, these things aren't cheap. And it costs a lot of money, a lot of time, effort and money. And Jay and Kevin are unbelievable. They just say, you got a free hand, carry on. And that, to a trainer, is obviously a massive plus.
Absolutely. Well trained and well worked on with this horse. Lovely to have you in the winner's box. May the floodgates, they are open. May they just keep coming now.
Yeah, no, thanks. And a big thanks to Hollywood for sponsoring the stable. Thanks.
Spot on. Lovely chatting to you, Mark, and all the very best. Lovely, another winner for the day. And when you come back and you see the whole team dressed in pink and white, passionate owners, and it's been a bit of a rocky road for Mark, but you've been the man to put him back in the winner's box. Well done.
Yes, I mean, all credits to Mr. Dixon and his team for, getting all the problems out of the way. And I mean, the owner told me just a brief background of him, that obviously he had a few back pains, and they've sorted it out. And I mean, he was a very happy horse today. My job was just to get him out the gate, and he was all heart, and I think it was more horse than jockey, and it was a very impressive win, and well done to the whole team.
What time's the flight to Gauteng tonight?
Flying at 7:20, so yeah.
You need to get to the airport. Bye-bye and well done.
Thank you very much, and big thanks to my sponsors, Masfontino and Hollywoodbets Durbanville, for the continued support.
Lovely to see you here, Kabelo, and all the best. Travel home safely.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Kevin Rice, and he races this with Jay Joseph. And two things. Firstly, thanks for the transparency. You bumped into Paul in the Durban View, and you mentioned that there were a few things tweaked, and he did disseminate that to the public, so hopefully they included him in the bets. Well done, and thank you. And secondly, Peter and Jenny, it'd be remiss if we didn't talk about them. Well named, their horses, and Jenny's been a little unwell, but this will pep them up.
For sure, and Peter and Jenny, I mean, they are legendary. We all know that. What they breed is good quality, and the fish is certainly one of those horses that has, I've always said, he's got more heart than class. But he will run, and unfortunately he's had so many niggles, and these poor horses can't talk to you and say, I'm sore with this. But his last 3 runs, as soon as he got to the gates, he became a different horse. He got unhappy, he was anxious, and he never jumped. And then Mark and Haley figured out, maybe this horse is in some kind of pain, and got this new physio in Page. Thank you, Page. With her fancy equipment, money well spent, he's become his old happy self again. And Mark and Haley, I mean, they are just phenomenal trainers. The horses, they just absolutely love and care for. And if the owners support them and let them do what they do, they will bring the results, I can assure you. So thanks to Mark and Haley. The ride from Cabello, who sat on him for the first time, was just fantastic. And I said to him before the race, I said, just if you can get him out the gates, he'll show you what a genuine horse he is. And he pinged those gates so beautifully. He got him into a good position, and the gliding fish came gliding home.
He certainly did, and well done to you. And as Mark says, passionate owners, patient owners, because if you haven't got patience in this game, then it's difficult to succeed. And you've had the patience, and you've been well rewarded today. Well done to you and Jay.
Thanks, Warren. Much appreciated.
Spot on. That's it. That's Kevin Rice, the two bald guys. Kevin and I, absolutely bald. And that was the gliding fish. Cabello, the victorious jockey, and well done to Mark Dixon, and to Peter and Jenny up on the hill. Well done. And as I said, to all the breeders, they name their horses, they put a lot of thought into it, and this was cleverly named, as is the whole Connemara Black family cleverly named. And to you, Jenny, get well soon.